Hi, I'm Tammy Miller, and tonight I'm going to be talking to you about an oil that I love. Well, actually, there's not many oils that I don't love. They're all beneficial. This one smells super amazing, and it's probably one I use every single day. It's called Wild Orange, and it is super yummy. And one of the ways that I use it is I just simply put a drop in my hands. That one's almost out. So I'll put a drop of that in my hands, and then I'll just take some really deep breaths. This is one, if you're just kind of feeling in a funk, you can just breathe that in, and you can just almost feel like an automatic shift. And then if you're low energy, then one other oil that I like to blend it with is peppermint. And so I'll just put a drop of peppermint in my hands, and peppermint's really invigorating and wakes you up. And so wild orange and peppermint together are really good for focus. And also, if you've got kids in school or you're in school or you need to focus on a project, wild orange and peppermint are a really good combo. And also, those two oils together really help you to retain information. So, super good. So, wild orange comes from citrus trees. So think of citrus. Anything citrus grows on trees, requires a lot of sunlight, and so because of that, it's really symbolic, but also just the properties of the oils. Any citrus oils are going to help uplift your mood. So if you're just kind of needing a boost, it will help boost your mood. Wild orange is really good for anybody struggling with any type of postpartum emotions. And so, yeah, I mean, that's awesome. You can put it in a diffuser, or you can just, like I said, put it in your hands, a couple drops, breathe it in. One thing to note with citrus oils is they are photosensitive. So that means if you apply them, just make sure you apply them in places where you're not going to be exposed to the sun, because it just makes your skin more sensitive, and you'll burn more easily. So just make sure that you are avoiding a tanning bed or sunlight, just so that you don't burn. And so another good place to put that oils are on the bottoms of your feet, or in a diffuser, or anywhere where the sun isn't going to be exposed to your body. Okay, so other things that wild orange is good for. It's really good for any type of digestive discomfort. It's also really good to blend with oils like vetiver or Roman chamomile or lavender to help assist in a good night's sleep. So I like to add it to the diffuser and also to the bottoms of my feet before I go to bed. Okay, so I'm just going to read a couple others. So it's also really good for boosting the immune system. It's also really good for water retention. It's good for reducing appetite. So one of the books that I like to reference is just this book. I know it's going to be backwards for you. It's called Modern Essentials Handbook. Super great resource. So all you do is you just look up the oil here, orange, and it will tell you the different ways that you can use it. Another thing that I like to do with wild orange is I like to add it to my water. You can also cook with it, bake with it. It makes it's a really nice addition to frosting. So just, like a nice fresh taste there. There's a lot of other things that it's good for, but I'm not going to go over that long list. If you're interested in learning more, I can teach you. So the emotional benefits, like I said, it boosts the mood, but wild orange is the oil of abundance. So if you struggle with scarcity issues, if you're kind of overly serious like I am, wild orange is really good for people that maybe are just a little too serious. If you feel like you're rigid, like you're a workaholic, you have a lack of energy, if you're struggling with emotions of being discouraged or nervous, then this oil is going to be really good for you. So it's also, the positive properties is it's, like I said, it's the oil of abundance. And especially if you have like a scarcity mindset with like money, or, you know, just any type of a scarcity type mindset, you know, with success or whatever it is, then it's really powerful, because when you smell the emotions, it affects the limbic part of your brain. And with the coaching that I do, and we work so much with the thoughts that we're thinking, because the thoughts that we think generate the emotions that we feel. And whatever emotions we feel, our emotions are the driver in our life. So whatever emotions we do, that's what drives our actions. And our actions create the results that we get in our life. So I teach a lot about this, about how if we want to see why we're getting the results, just kind of check in with your brain and see where your brain's hanging out. And so every day I just recommend take 5 to 10 minutes and just write out the thoughts that are in your head. And the thing is, the thoughts that we think over and over and over again, whether they're positive or negative, they just create these neural pathways in our brain. And the thoughts that we think create the results that we're getting in our life. So if you don't like the results you're getting in your life, you need to think different thoughts so that you can get better results. And I can help you with that with my coaching. And I think it's super powerful with the tools that I teach in my coaching practice. So I've got some great programs with my coaching practice. And then with the oils, I feel like the oils and the tools that I teach, and then the experience that I have in coaching people. I'm specifically been a life coach for the last 5 months, but I've been mentoring people and coaching people with different tools over the last 10.5 years. So I invite you to reach out to me, and you can also check out my website at trueessentialslife.com. I'll have a new website coming up pretty soon, but that's my website for right now. So anyway, I hope you learned a little bit about how amazing Wild Orange is. And if you're interested in learning more about essential oils, just send me a private message and I will help you out. And yeah, so I went over that you can use Wild Orange. You can use it internally, topically, and aromatically. So there you go. Have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.